It is time for another YouTube live stream. I'm Zach. Welcome back. Let's play some games. We are back in Cities Skylines 2 in my Florida themed city, and today we are going to build some ferries. Ferries is a new feature that was added recently to the game. I don't know, maybe like 3 months ago or something like that. I have never used them before. So we're going to learn how to use them together. I think they will add a lot to this city. So let me get started here and get my headphones on, get myself situated, and let's play some Cities Skylines. Okay, so here's our city here. My overall thought is that it would be cool to have a ferry going up and down this river. So we have this river that kind of goes in from the sea out here. And yeah, I think ferries would be very useful. So the first thing that you need to do to use ferries is you have to build a ferry terminal, I think it's called. Here's the ferry menu here. No, ferry depot. That's where the ferries come out of. And I was just looking at this before the stream, and this is huge. Look at how massive it is. It's like so much bigger than the cargo port or the passenger cruise ship port. I mean, it's just huge. I was going to put it here, but I just think it's too big. It's massive. So I'm thinking, we have these other two piers over here. Maybe we have it next to these, and this we can actually, it looks like it's snapping to the road here. Right now you have the road icon, it's still there, but we can get close enough where the road icon disappears. So maybe we can just stick it in right here. I don't know if I want it snapped right on the road, but maybe like close like this. How does this look? I like the look of that. It really kind of fits in with the piers we already have here. Does it kind of fit in with the road? Yeah, it looks like it does because it draws concrete up to where the road is. Okay. Yeah, it's a cool looking building. All right, so I guess the ferries will come out of these doors here, I'm guessing. So yeah, I really like that placement. Now, it's going to have to cross the path of the cruise ships, but I think that's okay. So we will see. So the other thing that I want to do here is I want to make one end of the stop of these ferries over here, this area called Gator Gulch. And the center of Gator Gulch, which is this kind of outlying district of my city here, is the Gator Gulch Park, which is right here. And I've always been a little disappointed that there isn't a lot of visitation of Gator Gulch Park. Not a lot of people come here to visit. And it's just a little disappointing. Oh no. What do we do here? Oh my goodness. So in the last stream, we built the bike superhighway, and I did not even notice we put one of the bike paths through the pond. These are the ponds in Gator Gulch Park where the alligators live. So if you're pedaling your bike through the pond, you better be pedaling pretty fast or the gators are going to get you. Oh, why did I even do that? How am I even going to get this road through this little area here with the pond? Oh my goodness. Well, yeah, so we're going to make this a ferry stop in Gator Gulch Park, and I'm hoping that brings more people to the area. And I don't know. I think that makes sense. I mean, this is such a cool little park here. You can go look at the alligators. I think a lot of people would like waiting for their ferries here. And, this will help add more connection to this end of the city. So let's go in and see what kind of ferry stops we have. So we have just a couple. Boatway, ferry line tool, ferry terminal. Yeah, I think this is what we want. This is a fairly big size terminal. Ferry stop for the, this is a ferry stop for a quay and ferry stop for a shoreline. Okay, so we really only have two options. We can have a small ferry stop like this. We probably only need a small ferry stop, but I just really like this larger terminal. I mean, this looks really cool. I think this would look really cool here in the park. It's $220,000 versus $25,000, so it's a lot more money. Yikes. But I think we're going to go for it. I just think it looks pretty cool. So, let's see. Maybe we'll, I want to put it, maybe we'll put it slightly over this direction. Just want to like angle it perpendicular to the road if we can. So maybe right there. Look at this asset. Is that beautiful or what? They did a fantastic job with this. Look at the detail. Like you can see the actual bricks. Wow. That's great. And then we got like a little restaurant here. It says the ferry terminal. What kind of upgrades do we have? A bus terminal. Ooh, we can make it a bus terminal. We don't really need that though. A ferry terminal pier. Wait, what? So I guess we could add a pier onto this? Or maybe... Oh, I think maybe it extends out what's already here. Yeah, because there's already a pier here. Oh, do we have to extend that out? Let me see. Yeah, I think maybe we have to extend this pier out. Because it's not letting me connect to anything yet. Okay, so maybe if we take this... and just extend it out straight like that. Oh dear. It's all sloped down now. Let's do a little bit move it magic. Can I not grab it? Interesting. Okay, well, I can't do that then. Okay, let's me just delete that piece of it. Okay, well, how do I draw in the boat paths? I guess I just put it right next to it. Yeah. But I think I do need this pier to go out further. Okay, so let me try this again. I just want it to be flat. It's trying to go down to the water. Or maybe it needs to be closer to the water. Okay, that's more or less flat. Okay, so that just extends out the pier a little bit longer, and I think that will allow boats to pull alongside there. All right, so let's connect this up with an actual road. So I think what we'll do, we're going to redraw this road here. And we're going to redo all the bike paths and stuff too, so it's not so you're not driving through the water. Let's let me grab the bike path. Boom. Boom. And yeah, we will redraw all of this. Okay, we'll use this road here. What is this, a 2-lane? Yeah, 2-lane road. We're going to upgrade this guy. And then this will come through like this, and then I want to just kind of curve it around. So maybe to like right there. Do a little bit of curving. Try to go around around the water. Into right there. And then we'll just come straight across the front. I mean, this bike path is still here. Oh, there's another piece of water right here. Oh, no. I'm trying not to destroy the wildlife, but it's very difficult. Oh, and there's all these trees. Okay, hold on. Let's move all the trees. Okay, we'll move these guys. Okay, that actually works pretty good. Got one more pink tree right there. Okay, it didn't quite hit the water. So the water's just on the edge there. That's okay. Okay, now we need to connect these bike paths back up. Oh, excuse me. I got the hiccups. I just ate a muffin before the stream. It was really good. There's this little restaurant in a strip mall near my house. And they make fresh baked muffins every day. And this is the first time I've had one. And it was really good. But it's giving me the hiccups a little bit. I don't think you should eat muffins too often. But every once in a while, they are really good. Okay, 2-way bicycle path. So we're going to connect this back up by just going around the water like so. Okay, so that's connected up now there. And then we will connect it up here. Oh man, this went through the water too. I really didn't pay that much attention when I did this. All right, so this should go right through here. I like how, like, the dirt kind of goes on the bike path. Look at that. It makes the bike path look all dirty from... These are all the decals I used around the water here. That looks really kind of cool, though. And, you know, we might, just to make it easier for the bikers, we might just throw the bike paths on here. We can just... go like that. Just allow a little bit more biking right on the front of the terminal here. That's pretty cool. And, you know, since the terminal is here, we might as well just put a little bike storage unit thing right here. Where is that? Is that parking? Yeah. This is, how many parking spots is this? I can't remember. Let's add a medium one. So that is 28 parking spots for bikes. Yeah, I like how it's kind of just like hidden in here. Let's move this tree a little bit so it's not quite as overlapping this building. What about this tree? This one looks like it's floating. Now it's not floating. I don't like floating trees. Just lower those to terrain. Yeah, that looks pretty good, actually. Okay, so we have the bike path all hooked back up again. Is this one? This one's cutting across the water, too. This one is, too. Oh, my goodness. It went right through the flowers and everything. I was not paying attention at all. Okay, I'm just going to leave those for the moment. Oh, we need to fix this. This is broken. Okay, so this we can use move it on. We just grab it and slide it back. Maybe we'll turn it a little bit. Okay, so that should be fine. A little park area. This one, I might as well just move it with the little tool here. Oh, this is bike parking as well. Oh, no one's even using this. Oh. Well, maybe people will use it in the future. Okay, so we have a large bike parking hall here, and then a medium one over here. So maybe that's more than we need, but we'll see how many people use this. Okay, we're going to have to buy some more of these squares, depending on where we want this pathway to go. But I'm thinking the next thing we need to do is we're going to need the path to go down this river, and these bridges are not tall enough for the boats to go through. Now, they did bring in drawbridges, and I think we'll use a drawbridge for part of this, but I don't want to use a drawbridge for the highway. This is the most important highway in the city. This goes right from out of the map, so I can't have the traffic on this stopped by a drawbridge. That would be a bad idea. We could use a drawbridge for this one, but not this one. This one will need an actual highway bridge. So let's start by just deleting this. And actually, we might just take all of these out for now. Yeah, let's just draw in the pathway first. Okay, so we're going to need a whole bunch more of these squares. We're going to need to buy this one, this one, this one, this one. Okay, so we're trying to get to here. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is getting really expensive. Holy cow, that's so much money. Well, we have a lot of money, so let's do it. Yeah, usually when you buy water squares, it usually doesn't cost as much as buying land. I think they did something with the game where they factored in whether it's water or whether it's land or whether it has like resources on it that changes the price of the square when you buy it, which is a pretty smart way of doing things. Okay, so let's draw a pathway now. So I'm guessing this is all we need, this narrow boat path. And it's pretty skinny. I'm surprised this is as skinny as it is. And we don't need anything more than this? I guess not. Will this have both directions on it? I guess it must. Okay, let's draw this through. Okay. Is that all we need to be connected here? I'm not sure how this connects up. Or do we have to actually put this in here? No pedestrian access? What do you mean? No pedestrian access. Okay, I'm still figuring this out. Maybe we have to put this onto here is what I'm thinking. It says clearance too low. Overlapping items, not in water. Clearance too low. What am I doing wrong here? It's got to be something to do with this. All right, let's try this again. Maybe this needs to be like lower or something. Oh wait, so okay, so we click this. We go in here, ferry terminal pier. Ferry docks at the ferry terminal pier to allow passenger boarding and disembarking. Oh, look at that. If you draw it out long enough, it draws... See, I just didn't have it long enough. That's what happens. It draws out where it stops, and you can draw it out longer and longer and get more stops in here. Oh, that's what we were doing wrong. Okay. That makes sense. See, we're figuring it out, guys. We are figuring it out. There we go. All right, so it just needed to be a lot longer than we had it. Okay, so that looks good. Okay, so now we can just connect this into here. Like that, right? We could also do this one too. Just so they're connected, but we'll only have, you know, one connected really. All right. So we have one side connected up all the way through. We've cut off our bridges, but now where are we going to put the other connection point over here? I would really like to have it by this cruise ship terminal over here. I'd really like to have it just across from here if we could. Let's see. Okay, so there's a ferry stop that you put on the key, which is this one. It snaps right onto it. No way. Oh, this is perfect. This is pretty much perfect. Let's look at that. Okay, so it's just a little stop right there, and it's just right on the side of the road. And so people would have to come out of the crosswalk here, but maybe we can add a second crosswalk here. Since this is like a main entrance to the harbor right here. So let's add a little crosswalk here. We'll even add lights on it just to allow it, make it more pedestrian friendly, I think. Okay, then we got the stop here, the ferry stop. And now we just got to connect it up here. And so I think we'll have it go around the lighthouse and then connect up over here. All right, let's do that. So here, narrow boatway. Oh, wait, we need to connect it up to here too. I forgot. Okay, well, hold on. Let's do this first. Oh, shoot. That's not what I wanted. We want the curve tool. And I'm going to leave some space in between the coast here and where this boat is going, because I don't want it too close to the coast. But this will come over here. And then straight into there. Okay, now we need to connect up this. And I hope that this can go straight through here. It can. Perfect. All right, that is great. So hopefully this doesn't cause too much of a traffic jam with the boats coming in and out, but we'll just have to keep an eye on it. So there's going to be a lot of traffic in this boat corridor here. But now I think we are all connected up. All right, let's try and do our first connection, our first ferry route. So we're going to start it here. And then we're going to connect it all the way over here to Gator Gulch. Then we'll go all the way back. It's a simple route. Complete route. But it connects one end of the city to the other. Oh, that is so cool looking. Look at that. Beautiful. And so now, if we come into our transportation menu, we now have the ferries, and we have Ferry Line 1. Ooh, that is cool. Okay, before we look at the ferries, we got to take care of this bridge. So I don't want to spend too much time on these. But this bridge has to be high enough for the ferry to pass underneath it. So let's look and see what we got. Two-lane, four-lane, double-decker, extra dose. We don't need a double-decker bridge. Oh my goodness, that is a little much. That is a little much. Some of these bridges have like two bridges on top of each other. Like maybe there's like a train track underneath or something like that. We don't need anything that like crazy right here. Oh, how about we use this? This is one of the new ones. This is a 4-lane. Yeah, this is nice. Just a nice little bridge. Let's stick this in. Oh no, we need a 6-lane. Oh no, this is only 4 lanes. So it does go down to a 4-lane. Let's try and raise the land up a little bit. Okay, we will try to make it maybe this tall. Oh, wait, no. We want it this tall. Okay, we'll just try and bring this out to the edge. It's got to be even taller than that, though, because the boat has to get underneath it. Okay, that's quite a bit taller. Ooh. But I think it has to be that tall. I might be ruining everything here. Okay, can the bridge go across here? Well, it makes like 2 bridges. Says there's not really a problem. How does that look? I mean, that's pretty nice looking. And I think it's hard to see. I think that's going to be tall enough. So the question is, how do we connect these highways into here? All right, so this has to go down to a 2-lane highway. Yikes. All right, so we're going to have to slope this. Then we'll do it on the other side. Yikes, we're gonna have to buy another square. Okay, we'll slope it on the other side. Okay. Now this... Oh, no. Now the bike bridge may not be high enough. No, the bikes are definitely not high enough. Well, the bike could now be a tunnel if we're doing this whole bridge thing. It doesn't have to be a bridge anymore. Okay, so let's go to our highway roads. And we're looking at 2-lane, 1-way. We're going to try and connect it right into here. Does that go in? Yeah, it does. And then we're going to go the other way. Connect right into here. How does that look? That's pretty sweet. That is a pretty sweet connection, although it's a little iffy right here. Well, it's adding like traffic lights and stuff, which obviously we don't want. No traffic lights, no crossings. Okay, and then we can upgrade this to a 3-lane, so it goes from a 3-lane to a 2-lane on both sides. Yeah, I think that'll work. All right, so let's do this, the same thing on this side here. We're going to take off the traffic light, take off the crosswalk. Yeah, the only thing is it goes from a 70 mile an hour to a 35 mile an hour road. But unfortunately, this bridge is just a regular road bridge, not a freeway bridge. All right, so let's get the bike path situated. So the bike path we deleted is this guy. And can I have this go underground now? Tunnel mode. We're going to force tunnel mode. And how does that look? It looks a little wonky. Let's try to fix up the train and we'll do it again. Let's soften all of this terrain here. Oh, shoot. That's not what I wanted. Ooh, I just ruined everything. Okay, so we're just kind of softening all of this. Then, will it let me draw a tunnel now? Oh, yeah, it'll naturally do it. Oh, that's brilliant. Brilliant. And then just connect it up like that. Okay, the slopes are a little off here around the bike path, but we can adjust that. It's not letting me adjust it. Maybe we could do that. Yeah, it just adds like a little key wall there. Same thing on that side. Okay, actually, we do want to sink this down a little bit underneath here. So let's grab these nodes here. And what happens if we just drop this down? Okay, that works, but this is... Are we going to have to turn this into a bridge? We might have to. Okay, we'll go back to highway roads. This is a 3-lane road. We're going to upgrade this to a key. No, not a key. A elevated. Okay, it kind of works. Let's redraw this section. Selling is in chat. Hey, how's it going? Trying to get this to work, but it won't work. It's just... Ah! Let's just redraw this all over again. Okay. So this didn't even create a tunnel this time. It just went underneath the little bridge. And you know what? I don't know if that's tall enough. Let's try and sink it down just a touch. Where is the nodes? There's a node right there. Let's create some nodes. We'll create some extra nodes. Make a node right there. And a node right here. Then we can grab all of these nodes. And just start dropping them down, giving us a little bit more headroom. There's a truck there since we moved the road around. This is a little weird. What's going on here? Try to raise these guys up. Yeah, I don't know why that's getting all weird like this, but let's grab this guy, raise this guy up. Okay, so that's looking pretty good. This side looks pretty normal. All right, we're going to delete this guy, delete this guy. All right, our bike path is now connected again. I think that's going to work. All right, Selying says, I see you changed the next stream you had planned for Monday that you announced last Friday to today. It makes sense scheduling-wise. I'm glad you did that. Yeah, sorry. I originally planned on doing a stream yesterday on Monday, but we did it today. Yeah, I just had some scheduling things come up. Actually, I threw my back out a little bit yesterday. And so I had to take things a little bit easy. You know, like you don't want to like mess around when you're having like back issues. So I was like, you know what? I'm just going to push the stream from yesterday to today. Sometimes those things in life happen. I've just learned if you start to have back problems, you need to just stop and say, you know what? I'm not going to push myself today. I'm just going to take it easy. And so that's what I did. Because if you don't want any back problems to get any worse. And I'm feeling a lot better today. So I'm glad that I did that. Yeah, welcome to the stream, man. Okay, so this bridge looks like it's connected up. We got to do the next bridge. Let's smooth some of this stuff out. I'm not spending too much time on all this stuff because these bridges might not work. We may have to change this again. But just for right now, I think it will work. Selling says, are you doing the marina today? I think I will be happy if we just get the ferries working. So right now they're not working yet, but hopefully we can get them working soon. Okay, for this bridge, I want to try one of the new drawbridges that got added to the game. So this is a small road. So there is this small 2-lane drawbridge. And I think that's all we're going to need. And it should automatically just draw one in based on the ferry route that we have in the water here. Okay, that looks pretty good. It's a little bit low. It looks a little bit low in the water. Maybe we can raise it up a little bit. Let's use move it to grab this guy. Can you raise these up? Maybe you can't raise these up. Yeah, I don't think you can grab drawbridges with move it. So we're gonna have to raise it up before we put in the bridge. Okay, let's start by doing this. Let's back it up just a bit. Back it up to there. We'll back this up to here. Okay, so these are the same height now. We made them the same height. Now we're going to raise them up to maybe like there. Let's raise this up a little bit too. Oh my goodness, now the pathways are all weird. It's so weird, these, how these get raised and all strange like. Okay, that is much better. We'll do that on this side too. Lower it down. Lower this guy down. Okay, that looks good. All right, so this should connect nicely here. Okay, let's try it again. Do our drawbridge, 2-lane drawbridge. Yeah, that looks a lot nicer. All right, so as the ferries come through, this should lift up. And we're gonna have to see if that works. Okay, so the whole thing is in now. We have the ferry stops. We have the bridges. We have the drawbridge. We have our massive ferry stop over here in Gator Gulch. Let's let the simulation run and see how it all works. This is my first time using ferries in this game. We'll see if I did it right. Selling says there will be a new baseball stadium released to Paradox Mod's base on San Francisco Giants Stadium. Nice. That would be very cool. Okay, I'm not seeing anything come out. Isn't something supposed to come out of here? Oh, I see something. We got our first ferries. Well, isn't that nice? It's just chugging along. Oh my goodness, the cruise ship is a little wonky. It's a little on its side there. Oh dear. Oh, that cruise ship is having a little bit of an issue. But he's making it. Okay. So yeah, it looks like he just crossed paths with the cruise ship, so that's okay. No issues there. He's turning now into the cruise ship terminal. Oh, look at all these ferries. Oh my goodness, I don't think we need this many ferries. That is a lot. All right, this guy's going to pull in. No one got on. Okay, that's okay. He's going to pull out. Let me get rid of some of these ferries. We do not need this many ferries. Go to our ferry line. We're going to bring this down to 3 vehicles. And we're going to make it free. You can ride the ferry for free. Selling says you're just testing it? Yeah, this is my first time. I've never used this before. Looks like it's working. Other than the fact that there's a ton of ferries out right now. Okay, let's speed this up a little bit. 3 times speed. Some of those ferries are going back to the terminal, which is good. Okay, we're going to go under the bridge here. We're going to see if it can fit, which it looks like it will. Let's go closer in. That looks like a perfect fit to me. Let's pause it. Zoom in. That looks pretty perfect. Yeah, that looks pretty nice. Good clearance. And look at everyone's using the bridge. Isn't that nice? Is there any issues on the freeway? Doesn't look like anyone has any confusion. No confusion over here. No, it looks like that's all working. Okay, let's let the ferry keep going. We're going to go to the drawbridge. See if this works. Selling says it makes sense to start out with more vehicles before switching to the amount needed. Well, we could always throw more on. It was causing a little bit of a traffic jam at the beginning, though. And there goes the drawbridge. That is very cool. Oh, and look at the cars are pulling up. And they're stopping, waiting for the drawbridge to come back down. And the drawbridge is coming back down. That's cool. There's like a little siren that goes off. Yeah, I love it. Yeah, the one thing you have to be careful about the drawbridges is you don't want to use them on high traffic roads because obviously it will make your traffic a lot worse. But roads like that one where there's not too much traffic, it makes a lot of sense to use them like that. And it's really pretty cool. All right, so let's speed this guy up a little bit. And he's going around the farm area here over to Gator Gulch. Let's see if there's anyone waiting to board the ferry. Wait. I see some people. There's actually people here waiting. No way. So are they going to get on? What? Why didn't they get on? 0 passengers. Why didn't they get on? What just happened? There's passengers clearly waiting. Hold on. Okay, this one has 3 passengers. It just left. I guess maybe this isn't counting for some reason. It says there's 11 passengers waiting. Oh, because it's not counting this ferry as being... It's only counting these 3 ferries as being on the line. This one, it's pulling this one out of service, so it's not picking up the passengers. Okay, got it. Yeah, because I told them to only have 3 ferries on the line, so there's only these 3 ferries. So this one has 3 passengers, this one has 1 passenger, this one has none. Got it. Okay, well that's disappointing. So there's 11 passengers waiting for the next ferry. So let's go see where the next ferry is at. It is right here. Okay, so we're going to follow this guy in. Yeah, I love adding stuff like this because it just makes the city seem more alive. You just see things like going back and forth in the water. It's bringing more life to the city. Okay, so now we're going to see if the passengers will get on board this guy. We got more people coming. Okay, he's got to spin around. Hey, there they go. They're all getting on board. I love it. All right, what else can we see? Can we view it from the front? Oh, that's so loud. That's so... Oh, hold on. That is so... These things are so loud. I'm going to turn down the volume way down. I'm going to take my headphones off. And we're going to watch my little boat here. And go fast mode. Can even look around. See my city in the background. Bzzz, speedboat. It's like a speedboat ferry going through the Florida swamplands. You know what I would love to see is I wish they did a ferry that was for cars. Like these are ferries for passengers, and I actually don't think that... I don't think it makes a lot of sense that there would be ferries for passengers. You don't see that too much in a city. You do see a lot, though, ferries for cars. I've been on a ferry for cars, and I just think that would be interesting in this game to have a ferry that does cars, because I feel like in real life you see that much more often than a ferry for passengers. You know, it's kind of like instead of building a bridge, you would have a ferry. This guy's going to come over to the cruise ship terminal. Zoom. Look at everyone waiting. Holy cow. Okay, so how many people did he pick up now? 73 passengers. Yes, it's working. 73 passengers are going to Gator Gulch Park. That is beautiful. Okay, let me raise my volume back up. Well, I'm going to call that a success. We now have ferries in the game. We got ourselves a drawbridge. We got a new beautiful bridge crossing with the freeway crossing right here. Yeah. So next step is to put in the marina. That's what we're going to do right here. But I think that's a good place for me to wrap it up today. So many things went right today. I think we're going to just count our blessings and not try to press our luck. Tomorrow we'll be back and to work on this marina. It's going to be a little bit of complicated stuff, so fingers crossed that it turns out all right. Okay, that's going to be it for me. Thank you for stopping by, Celia. Good to see you in the chat. And everybody remember, no matter what is going on in your life, to always do something fun every single day. Until next time, this is Zach signing off.